Welcome to Real Estate Radio Live, an informative and engaging hour discussing everything you need to know about the world of real estate. Your host, Joe Kuchera, provides you with insight and guidance on how to buy, sell, finance, and invest in real estate. He also offers real estate tax management strategies, new construction advice, home improvement tips, and much, much more. And now, to guide you around the world of real estate, here's your host and Real Estate Radio Live team leader, Joe Kuchera.
Welcome in. Good afternoon. Joe Kuchera with Real Estate Radio Live. Thank you so much for joining us today. This afternoon, taking the time to listen to the show. Before we get started and I invite my guests in and introduce them, I want to just remind everybody where you could listen and tune in to our show. One is on the radio at KDOW 1220 AM. So if you have access to a radio, you could do that just by tuning in to 1220 AM on your dial. If you do not, and you're also out of the listening area, you could always listen anywhere online, anywhere in the world. If you have access to the internet, you could go to kdow.biz. There's a big button there. It says Listen Live, and you can listen to the show live anytime. I should say not anytime, but you can listen to the show at this time of the day in this show online as well. Also, we're streaming live on Facebook, so welcome in for those on Facebook. Each and every day we do that unless we're having technical difficulties, and we seem to be working out today okay. So anyone on Facebook that wants to interact, ask some questions, make funny faces, I guess you could do whatever you want. And lastly, be sure to download the podcast because this is the benefit for you to listen to the show and follow us anywhere you can. Not everybody has the luxury of listening to the show during this time of the day. So the podcast allows you to listen to the show at any time at your convenience. You could go to iTunes and just type in Real Estate Radio Live, download it there. You could also go to our website, reradiolive.com, and download the podcast. Lastly, before we get started, we are a live show. So if you want to call us during the show, if any questions for me or my guest, 1-800-516-1220. That's 1-800-516-1220 is the call to have any questions for us. All right, let me invite my guests in. Lori Johnston is an account manager with HomeGuard, and also Augie Ruberto. Is that how I pronounce it okay?
That's very correct.
Very good. Very good. So we are going to be talking today about the company with HomeGuard, and most of you might say, HomeGuard. Right away, if you're a realtor, you're going to know who they are. Maybe as a consumer, you're going to see them on some documentation. You're going to see them on some different, when you have real estate transactions, you're going to see a lot of different things. But we are going to be talking about the HomeGuard and the company, what they do, how they help our community, how they help the real estate industry and the market, and much, much more. So welcome in, you guys. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Before we get started, maybe Lori, if you want to get us started, tell us a little bit about your background and then your current roles and responsibilities with HomeGuard.
Okay. Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
This month actually marks 18 years for myself being in the real estate industry in one facet or another. Mm-hmm. Everything from loan processing to transaction coordinating to property management, et cetera, et cetera. I've done pretty much everything. But my role with HomeGuard is I'm an account manager for Solano County and for Napa County. And so it's a big territory.
Sounds like it.
I love it.
Very good. Welcome in. Augie?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is my first time on radio. This is fantastic. Hearing my voiceover.
It's fun, exciting.
Very interesting. Yeah, I've been with HomeGuard now for a few years, and it's been a blast. We have a great territory, Santa Clara County, most of it, and I'm enjoying it very much.
Very good. Good to have you guys in, and it's good to have the experts. I always say that, we have all these aspects of real estate, on the financing side, the real estate, in your case, title and escrow. There's so many pieces to the puzzle that goes in, so it's good to have you guys here. And, for the consumers, listen a little bit about what's the inspections like and what does that mean and what you guys do. So probably the best way to start is, this show is really about education and information. So maybe you guys could just give the listening audience, the viewing audience both, kind of an idea of what your company does. I mean, it's for some of us we know, but we don't want to assume that, right? So give us an idea what your company does, what kind of services you guys offer.
All right. Well, we have actually 6 services to serve you. We have home inspections, termite inspections, roof inspections. We have natural hazard disclosures, and we also have home warranty and repairs.
Wow.
So we are truly a one-stop shop.
Yeah, you are. When it considers all those, that's great. So those are the services you provide. So I'm guessing, again, for those consumers listening, are you working directly with realtors primarily on the transactions, or is this something where a consumer could call you guys for these services? Kind of explain how that works on both sides of it, if you would.
Augie, you want to step in?
Okay.
Sure.
Well, our company mostly focuses on the realtor side.
Okay.
Of it. It's not to say that we won't take questions or services for the general public,
Right.
but our main focus really is real estate.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
So you guys will work in conjunction with real estate companies that when they go into contract, get your services come up all the time in terms of the warranty as well. With those, I mean, the services, the warranty. Talk a little bit about that. I know that's probably, we're joking a little bit before the show. What's the warranty cover? It covers everything.
Yeah,
But those are always questions that come up, and some of the consumers are. I do get that a lot. Like, well, what happens if something goes on afterwards? So maybe I think the best part, if you guys could explain to the consumer a little bit listening to the show, when you have a home warranty like that, you close transaction, you're in your home now. What are the expectations typically of those plans? Maybe just to explain that a little bit so they know.
Well, what I have found is a lot of times buyers, new homeowners, especially if they're a brand new homeowner, sometimes they can get confused with, homeowner's insurance versus home warranty insurance.
Yes, good point.
And home warranty is insurance. So it's just really vital for them to know ahead of time before they close escrow what exactly are they going to get in their home warranty, get or not get. So it's really a vital thing. What was the second part of your question?
Who would be? That brings up another good question. Who would be the person to explain what those are? Is that the realtor's job, or how does that work when they sit down and they say, "Oh, by the way, you have a home warranty for a year that we're paying for as a courtesy"? And they go, "Great, this is great." And then, are they the ones supposed to be explaining what that home warranty is all about, or how does that work?
Well, I mean, they are their agent, so there is a responsibility there. It is written in the contract for the real estate contract. But what I have discovered that because it is insurance, there's a lot of kind of sort of gray area that they don't even know themselves. So us as account managers, because this is our job, this is our expertise, that we want to be there for the real estate agent, and we can talk to their clients and explain to them what it's all about.
Very good.
Yeah.
So if you're listening out there and you're in the middle of a transaction now, or you're going to be in this home warranty, or the home service comes up, that's a great question that they could ask their realtor and say, "Listen, how do I better understand this?" Someone like you guys that are representative of the company are happy to get on the phone and explain these types of things to the customers.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that we do fill that gap for the agent. We don't expect the agent to know everything about warranty and whatnot. So we would ask them to either call in to our office or reach out to us so we can help answer those questions.
Right. And so home warranty, again, this would be, and I know there's different examples, but, if someone buys a house and 2 weeks later they have a problem with their dishwasher or heating problems or air conditioning. The next question for you guys, what is it a better question to ask you, what doesn't it cover, or what does it cover? What's an easier question?
Well,
or is that loaded too?
Well, what's really important is, hopefully a home inspection has happened
That's
in
good
the transaction.
Yes, right.
So when there's a home inspection that's it's been placed with our company, we do home inspections. So what we do when a claim is called in to our home warranty department, we'll immediately refer to that home inspection or look in our database to see if it has been done, and we'll refer to it. If the home inspection does state that there was a pre-existing condition, then it's not going to be covered because it's insurance. A pre-existing condition will not be covered. However, if there's a lot of times not an inspection done and the vendor is sent out, dispatched out, that professional will be able to determine if it if it was a pre-existing condition or not. Sometimes it's a gray area too.
Correct.
So
okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a break here in about a minute or so. Before we do that, so we have a lot of people in the industry that follow the show, a lot of realtors, people in our business. So for those listening to the show, if they want more information or to contact you guys, how would the real estate agents contact you? Best way is a website or phone number? How would they reach you guys?
To reach the office.
Or you personally, or however that would work, yeah.
We all have different phone numbers.
Okay.
So that's one way you can do it. But to call the office would be 408. I forgot the number.
Let me give you the main number.
993-1900. So it's
Yeah.
408
Okay.
993-1900 is the main office.
So they would call the office. That's the best way rather than you guys personally, it sounds like. Is that right? Is that how it works usually? On
They can call us personally too.
Okay.
Yeah, our phones are always available.
Okay.
Mine is 707-332-9308.
Okay.
707-332-9308.
Very good. All right, what we're going to do is take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to continue talking about HomeGuard, some of the warranties, some of the services. If you have any questions, 1-800-516-1220. That's 1-800-516-1220. And also remember, for the podcast, be sure to go to reradiolive.com to download the podcast. If you happen to miss the show, you can always catch it there. This is Joe Kuchera with Real Estate Radio Live. Stick with us on the Facebook side. We're going to continue. And on the live show, we'll be back with you to continue the show in just a couple minutes. Thank you.
For more information on today's program, visit reradiolive.com. That's reradiolive.com.
The world is changing, and so is real estate. It's changing in ways that give consumers more control with more affordable options. So what are your options? Hi, this is Joe Kuchera with Real Estate Radio Live. I've been on the air educating and informing consumers for over 7 years now. I'm excited to announce that there is now a more efficient and cost-effective way to buy and sell real estate. Our team at Real Estate Radio Live is launching a new program designed to help buyers or sellers like you in real estate, lending and title. That's right, we'll coordinate the entire transaction for you. So you benefit by working with the same team, saving time and saving money. We'll guarantee you'll not only be working with the most qualified, hand-picked experts in real estate, lending, and title, but you will also save a significant amount of money in all three services as well. Act now and benefit from changing the world of real estate. Call 408-838-9060. Go to reradiolive.com. That's reradiolive.com.
Welcome back to Real Estate Radio Live, streaming live on iHeart, TuneIn, and KDOW.biz. For more information on today's topic or guest, just visit reradiolive.com. That's reradiolive.com. Again, your host for Real Estate Radio Live, Joe Kuchera.
Welcome back in. Joe Kuchera with Real Estate Radio Live. Thank you so much for tuning in and staying in touch with us today. We appreciate it. Today we have in studio Lori Johnston and also Augie Ruberto. They're both with HomeGuard. We are talking about the services they offer. If you're not familiar, you certainly would be if you're doing a real estate transaction, and we're going to give you more details about the company, the services they offer. Really, really important, especially for those realtors out there that are following the show. If you need someone or you want to talk to some of them, maybe you want to compare what they do. These guys, I think what you'll find out is they offer so many different diversified services, and I think they're going to discuss a little bit of how different they are in other services like theirs, and I think that's the niche that they have. So welcome back in, you guys. Tell us a little bit about the services that you offer specifically, because I think you mentioned, and I do agree, because you guys do offer all these services, I would think that it's really just an added additional value to the real estate community and what they offer to their consumers.
Very much, very much. Well, as I mentioned earlier, we offer 6 services, termite home and roof inspections. We also have our natural hazard disclosures, which includes environmental and the California tax data. So 3 components, and then also our home warranty. And also repairs. So when we do our home inspections, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
It's all right.
Our termite inspections and our roof inspections, we do offer a quote in the report. And so we also will do repairs.
Very good.
Yes.
So, I mean, to me as a consumer or again a real estate agent, I'm thinking this is a really valuable service to be partnered with someone like you guys because you could really take care of everything. For instance, if I was working with someone who just did the warranty side of it, then if I needed repairs or something else, some of the termite stuff or things that they offer, I mean, in this case, I'm already familiar, and you guys really have it covered from all ends. I would think it's a great turnkey program you have to offer there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what we'd like to do is kind of bill it as a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
And being able to do everything under one roof, because we do have our own natural hazard disclosure report, and we do have our own home warranty. It's nice that we're able to take care of all that at one time.
Very good.
Yes.
Excuse me. Other than that, that's obvious. I think it's an obvious advantage. Tell us a little bit about the company and what you guys think separates you kind of apart from your competitors. I mean, I always like to hear kind of the defining difference. This is why I think that we're better suited for the community, or their customers, in this case, the real estate community. Tell me a little bit about some of the advantages other than you just clearly explained there.
Well, I would like to say that a company been around for 29 years. You've got to be doing something good to be around that long, right?
It's true.
Yes.
And we've evolved from a termite company to what we have now.
Okay.
So it's been quite a journey for HomeGuard, being out there to assist agents and brokers in their industry. I'm kind of go ahead.
Yeah, and we take pride in offering all of our services. There's savings. When you order all 3 inspections, and then now you want to order the home warranty.
Because they're bundled together. So
yes, so there's savings upon savings upon savings when you order everything. A lot of savings.
Yeah.
So, for instance, when you order all 3 inspections, you're going to get your roof inspection for free.
Okay.
And then
wow, that is a big benefit. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when you add on the home warranty, you're going to get an automatic $25 discount.
Wow.
And we do offer discounts for our veterans and our first responders. That's an additional $25.
I love
so
it.
that's another
That's
big
good.
savings there. And then with natural hazard, an additional as well savings. So
that's great. So I know that you guys, and I think that's a big benefit. It really is. Especially when, someone's buying a house, let's face it, we get a little jaded here in the Silicon Valley. We think everybody's they got money, you don't have to worry about, but everything counts. Every little bit counts, especially first-time home buyer, someone just getting into a home. Right. I know that the way you guys offer, I guess, to come out to real estate offices, is that right? And come out and kind of tell a little bit about your company and introduce yourself, tell about your services. Is that part of your job that you do on a fairly regular basis? It sounds like you were just doing that
Not
today,
at
right?
all.
Yeah, we do presentations for office meetings. We do one-on-one meetings with agents if they want to brush up a little bit on what termite inspections are all about. Give what the expectations are on their part, especially, and what their customers, their clients, actually are going to expect.
Yeah.
And I've done classes of 10, 20, 30 people, as well as, like I said, the one-on-ones. And they're really important because I think it really gets the knowledge out there about the inspections that we do. And it's not so much just for HomeGuard, but what the inspections all entitle. So we kind of educate them in that arena too.
Well, if I'm a real estate agent, I know a lot of real estate agents follow the show. I'll give a direct message on behalf of these guys. And what I see and what I hear is this. All of us in our industry are continually trying to find ways to add value to our consumers and our customers. I think that that's the question I get all the time. Well, God, how do I add more value? What do I do? So if I'm a real estate agent, I'm looking at services like these guys at HomeGuard, because now you can have this conversation with your consumer when they get in the contract. Hey, listen, this is what I've done. I went out and partnered with a company that bundles these services together. There's additional savings. There's additional services. And that would be my take on this if I'm a real estate agent. Again, in all of our businesses, Isn't that true? We're always looking, how could we differentiate ourselves? What do we offer to our consumers? And so as an extension for real estate agents out there listening, you should contact these guys and listen to them and see what the offer is. Because if you could offer these services and it ends up being a better offer directly to your consumer, I think that's what we're all trying to do. So with that, so I'm guessing if real estate agents are interested, they could either invite you guys into the office to talk about it or do one-on-ones with you. Is
Absolutely.
that right?
Yes, definitely. Okay. Office presentations to talk about all of what we do. As Augie mentioned, we do trainings on industry standard, how to read the termite inspection report, home warranty, et cetera, et cetera. We'll do a full-blown class. We'll bring some food. So we're there. We're us account managers. We're out in the field. We're in your offices. We're here to serve you and to help you grow your business and to really care about your business and your clients.
Very good.
I really let our customers know that to use me, to use us as a conduit to the company.
Okay.
And if they have any questions, if they have they run into problems or whatever it might be, please reach out and get a hold of us. Let us have the chance to be able to help them out.
No, I think that's a great point you bring up, and we're going to take a break in a minute or so again. But oftentimes, all of us, whether it's an insurance policy, homeowners insurance, in this case, we don't even think about it until we need it, right? Doesn't always happen. Excuse me. So what happens is when we need it, you just made a good point. That's when all of a sudden we remember who we worked with. And that's, you know what I mean? So we never remember what the experience we have until we need that person or that company. And oftentimes that gives us finally an opportunity to shine.
Right.
So what you're saying is, that's another benefit. If the real estate agents have any questions or maybe one of their customers are having a problem getting a hold of or whatever, they could always call you guys as an extension.
I tell them
definitely.
We work for you. Let us work for you. So
right.
Makes it easier for them.
Definitely.
That's a good point. So before we take our next break again, then, if there's people listening to the show, remember they're listening via Facebook and watching, but also later on, this is a podcast. So we'll have thousands of people downloading that podcast during the month. What's the best way for them to reach you guys directly then, I'm guessing, if they want a presentation or something like that, if you want to give out your number again?
I would say we have different inside account managers.
Oh, okay.
And they kind of set it up on our
So they
calendar.
wouldn't contact you directly then, is what you're saying. Is it best to contact you then, Lori?
They could call one of our main numbers is 855-331-1900.
Okay.
855-331-1900
Perfect.
and ask for us.
All right, we're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we're going to continue. If you have any questions, 1-800-516-1220. This is Joe Kuchera with Real Estate Radio Live. We'll be back to continue the show in just a couple minutes.
For more information on today's program, visit RERadiolive.com. That's RERadiolive.com.
Hi, this is Joe Kuchera of Real Estate Radio Live. Thanks for tuning into our podcast. We are your go-to resource for all aspects of real estate, including buying, selling, refinancing, building, and legal and tax advice, and much more. You can subscribe to Real Estate Radio Live podcast on iTunes and Stitcher to listen to an engaging discussion about anything and everything real estate. So make sure you get our app, RE Radio Live, in the iTunes store to follow the show.
Welcome back to Real Estate Radio Live, streaming live on iHeart, TuneIn, and KDOW.biz. For more information on today's topic or guest, just visit RERadiolive.com. That's RERadiolive.com. Again, your host for Real Estate Radio Live, Joe Kuchera.
Welcome back in. Thank you for joining us again this afternoon. Joe Kuchera with Real Estate Radio Live. If you have any questions for me or my guests, 1-800-516-1220. In studio today, I have Lori Johnston. I've been making a mistake there. I'm going to call it right here and now. I've been saying Johnson. I apologize. It is Johnston. Okay. And it's important. No, I know, but it's important. And Augie is with us too, and Ruberto, and we were talking about HomeGuard, the company, the services they're offered. Again, this is more so if you're a real estate agent in the industry watching the show or tuning in. These are people that I would really recommend that you contact and call and compare what you're doing now. Who are you offering? Maybe you're using them now, and that's great. but maybe you're not, and you're using someone else. And, my suggestion would be to always compare services. And my take is always this, and I get this, I tell this directly to my customers that I work for, and I'm in the mortgage industry, is, you should never be afraid that consumers are out looking and searching, because if you feel like you're doing the best job you can, and we are continually offering the best products, services, pricing, all those things, then, we should be secure in what we're doing. And so when I say that, to find out, see if these guys, there's a lot of stuff that they offer, I think, that not other services offer that they do. And so speaking of that, you guys, let's talk a little bit more on some of the things that differentiate yourself. Talk a little bit more in depth about what you guys do in terms of the hours, your contractors, how they come out, how they're dressed, what they drive. I mean, all these things, little things may seem little, but they're important in the bigger picture.
Yes. Yes, we, as Augie mentioned earlier, HomeGuard, we've been in business for going on 30 years. We're in our 30th year. Started as a termite inspection company and has grown to what it is today. Some things that really set us apart is we're open 6 days a week. And we just feel that that's just of extreme value, because so many folks these days have to work, 5 days a week or maybe more, and it's hard for them to get off during the week. So we have Saturday available for inspections. Our turnaround time in ordering your inspections are 1 to 3 days. We will get you in 1 to 3 days. So we know that that's a huge value.
That is big. That's important too. And when the people come out to service the homes or look at the homes or whatever they do, they're going to know they're with HomeGuard. Is that correct? I mean, they're not going to look at a car pulling up. And these things are these are pretty important. I know, my wife, and I have two daughters, and they still get concerned time to time when cars pull up in front of the house, because you just don't know who they are, right?
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Right.
Rightfully so. Our cars are all marked. Our inspectors are all well uniformed and clean. They represent HomeGuard very well, and they do a fantastic job out there. They really do.
And you guys, let's remind everybody of the areas in which you cover. I know Santa Clara County, Solano, Napa. If you could kind of give us an idea geographically in NorCal here.
So we have 4 main offices: San Jose, Livermore, Sacramento, and Novato. Okay. So we cover, I think you cover most of the northern parts of of California. Am I correct?
Well, we also go up into Sacramento, El Dorado, Placer County, over into Sonoma, Marin, and then, like I said, mine is Napa, Solano, and then we've got over into the Central Valley, Lodi, et cetera, over there. Down into San Jose. In
San Jose, we have the peninsula all covered up to South San Francisco, into Santa Rosa, and my areas of cities are Milpitas to Hollister, Menlo Park. So that's just my general area. We also do Santa Cruz County.
Oh, okay.
And that's another one. And a little touch of San Benito, maybe where Hollister is.
I do. I know where that is.
Yeah, we do a little bit of that. And we cover quite well, actually, Northern California in our inspections. Yes. Good.
And just so everybody knows that with our home warranty, which if you see our brochure in your office, which I hope you do, they better be in there. That's part of our job. But our home warranty, we actually cover all of California. Oh. Just California.
Okay.
So, and our natural hazard disclosure. So we do have account managers in Southern California for home warranty and natural hazard. So us up here, we handle everything, but our account managers in Southern Cal, they're home warranty and natural hazard. So California only.
All right. So. I always like to ask my guests, and maybe there's no difference in your industry, but I'm always interested how things are changing in terms of your customer's point of view, technology. There's a lot of us in every industry are being affected by different changes, whether it's more competition, maybe someone's found out to do something quicker, faster, cheaper. Your industry in general, it's a really important component of the housing market. It just is. I mean, it's extremely important. What do you guys see as, other than doing the fine job that you're doing now, continuing to serve the consumers like you do in the real estate community, anything coming in the near future that's changing in the way the business is done, or is it pretty much going to be the same, you think?
Well, I think at this point, for one thing, is we do iPad review of our inspections. So we always try to get on the cutting edge of the latest, greatest things that are going on. And our owners are always on top of the latest, greatest things that are, they want us to work out or try. And as far as where the industry is going in the inspection world, I do know that we really prefer, but we would like to try to get the agents to do their inspections at the time of listing. That's the best time. I mean, you really need to know what is as is. And they say, well, we're going to sell this as is. Well, what do you have? So what we'd like to do is try to get the agents to go ahead and get the inspections done. So this way you know what you have, and you know how to start doing price points and so forth, and negotiations can start at that point.
Something I'd like to mention about that with our inspections, because we do all three, and I mentioned about when our VIP, which is our value inspection package, is ordered, the roof inspection is free. So what I want everybody to know and remember is that it doesn't matter who's paying for what in the transaction, whether it's home, whenever the contract is written up, home warranty, natural hazard, inspections. When everything is ordered from us, even from different parties, it's based on the property address, so all the discounts will apply.
Okay.
Let me give you an example. If the seller and the listing agent orders our termite inspection, then the buyer can come in and order the home inspection and still get the roof for free. Yay!
Right. That brings up a good question. So I know typically when a consumer does a transaction, similar to title and escrow, the consumer doesn't go out and look for their own title and escrow. Some people have familiar relationships, so they'll say, hey, do you mind if I use, Fidelity or Chicago or whatever? So in your case, consumer, if they're familiar with you guys or what, is that typically number one? I guess the first question, the real estate agent, I guess, picks the company, right? Like yours, right?
Yeah.
Other times, does the consumer choose it? How does that work?
It could be the buyer, the seller.
Okay.
And they can have their own inspection companies come out sometimes at the same time, sometimes at different times.
All right.
And if that happens, and there's a conflict of whatever it is they found or didn't find, two different companies can actually get together and put their heads together, find out what is really going on, which is really a nice thing to do too.
Okay.
I didn't get, what else is there?
Well, they have to have, I should say have to, so anybody that's purchasing a home or is going to want this service, the bottom line, right? You don't buy a home and just sight unseen. Some people do, I know, but what I'm saying is it's the investment that people are going to want to make. So with the buy or sell side, and then who typically, does that depend on who pays for that, whether it's the consumer? Sometimes the real estate agent will say, hey, we'll credit the home inspection or the home warranty, or how does that kind of work?
Sometimes the agent will go ahead and gift it to the buyer or the seller. It's pretty much wide open on whoever wants to order it and pay for it, including the home warranty too. That can be as a gift.
Yeah.
Right. Typically what I have discovered with my agents is that a big majority of them rely on the relationship with their account manager or their rep, so it really comes into play. So when they know that myself, or Augie is there for them, they're going to order from us, and they've experienced our services. So I think that's really important to have those relationships, and then, like I said, with ours, you can pay on both sides. It doesn't matter who pays; they'll still get the discounts.
Right.
So, but more importantly, as important, the relationship is there, and we're going to be there for them.
Yeah.
With any questions, the iPad review, it's a great opportunity for the buyer and the agent to ask questions right then and there. And I want to mention about our home inspectors. Roughly about half of them are ASHI certified members, and it's very difficult to get that.
And what does that mean?
Augie, you want to?
So
they're probably going, what is that?
No, I know.
And it sounds good, but what does that mean?
American.
It's a ASHI certification is and there are like several different certifications that these home inspectors can get. And ASHI is American Society of Home Inspectors.
Yes.
And there are there's Korea, and there's a few other ones, but it's very difficult for them to get it certified like that because it's determined on how many hours of paid inspections they actually have.
Oh, okay. I see.
The exam that they take is as tough as the real estate exam itself.
Okay.
They are not licensed by the state of California, but they are affiliated with an association, which is nice because it's kind of self-regulated at that point.
We're going to take a break. That's right.
Okay.
Hold on to that thought. We're going to come right back and finish up. If you have any questions, 1-800-516-1220. This is Joe Kuchera. We'll be back to finish up in just a couple minutes.
For more information on today's program, visit reradiolive.com. That's reradiolive.com.
The world is changing, and so is real estate. It's changing in ways that give consumers more control with more affordable options. So what are your options? Hi, this is Joe Kuchera with Real Estate Radio Live. I've been on the air educating and informing consumers for over 7 years now. I'm excited to announce that there is now a more efficient and cost-effective way to buy and sell real estate. Our team at Real Estate Radio Live is launching a new program designed to help buyers or sellers like you in real estate, lending and title. That's right, we'll coordinate the entire transaction for you. So you benefit by working with the same team, saving time and saving money. We'll guarantee you'll not only be working with the most qualified, hand-picked experts in real estate, lending, and title, but you will also save a significant amount of money in all three services as well. Act now and benefit from changing the world of real estate. Call 408-838-9060. Go to reradiolive.com. That's reradiolive.com.
Welcome back to Real Estate Radio Live, streaming live on iHeart, TuneIn, and KDOW.biz. For more information on today's topic or guest, just visit reradiolive.com. That's reradiolive.com. Again, your host for Real Estate Radio Live, Joe Kuchera.
Welcome back in. Thank you again for joining us this afternoon as we wind down the show. Just a few minutes left in the studio. My guest, Lori Johnston, and also we have Augie Ruberto, both with HomeGuard. We're talking about the services offered on a real estate transaction and how important they are, and they certainly are when you're making a financial decision like this. Most of you know when you've done this, it's important to have inspections, just like it's important to have an appraisal, to understand if there's termites or water. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons that are obvious, but it's extremely important. So these are the folks that offer those services. So as just kind of a summary, you guys, there's one of the things that keeps coming back to me that stands out that you guys do better than most or all, and that is you offer all the services, and that's really unique, and I think it's really a great value add. But because you do that and how you do that, you're able to have better control over all those services, and by virtue of that, you'll be able to pass on some savings, it sounds like. So maybe go through that again, if you would, for those listening, especially for real estate agents, to understand that value proposition.
Yes. Well, with all of us we have 10 account managers, and so we actually have 3 different pricing sheets.
Okay.
So in your offices, they look like this. So with that being said, so there's a little bit difference in the pricing, okay? Mm-hmm. But the bigger picture about it is that it's going to be a tremendous savings when you order everything versus $255 in part of my territory when you order everything versus Augie and in your territory.
Right, my area would be a total savings of about $270.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And like I said, it's a great benefit
to
be able to pass along to the clients or the agents too.
Right.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Well, that's important. So anything else that you wanted to hit on in terms of the services offered or what you guys do?
Yes, I wanted to touch on a few things about our warranty. There's many home warranty companies out there, and they're great. What I want to touch on is we offer 3 different plans. We have a standard, which is very standard. We have an Advantage, and we have a Total Protection. Our Total Protection plan is awesome. So a couple things that we offer that is included with that plan is something that's called enhanced slab and additional pipe leak coverage. No home warranty offers that unless if you pay extra. We used to do it that way, but it's now included with our Total Protection plan. So let me give you an example. At the foundation, so whether it's a crawl space or slab, to the street, you have your water line, your gas line, your sewer lateral. They all connect to the street. Once they get to the street, it's the city's responsibility. But who's responsible for that gap? A home warranty is not, unless if you have Total Protection with HomeGuard. We do have a cap on that amount, but there is a lot of coverage there, $2,500. So I was just sharing this with an agent the other day in Napa, and she said, oh my goodness, I'm having that work done on my property right now as we speak. I said, do you mind me asking what your quote was? And she said, $2,400 and something. And I said, we go to $2,500. So that's a huge something to think about. And
that's $1,000 more than the closest competitor.
Yeah. Wow. Really?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
So we also have free limited roof leak coverage that's included with all of our plans, up to $1,500, normal wear and tear. We also have code modification and code upgrade coverage with our Total Protection. What that covers is like if your water heater now has to be replaced. Well, the home warranty covers the unit and the labor, but not any modifications that might need to happen. So we go up to $1,000 on that. So there's a lot of extra coverages that people may not be aware of, and until that you get homeowners when you get into your home and then you realize, I've got to pay for that. Well, with ours, you're going to get some extra coverages. It's like free money in the bank, so to speak.
Yeah, you know what I really like about that $1,000 extra coverage is if you have a condo or townhouse and has its own hot water heater. The new hot water heaters are not going to fit in the new in that little closet that they put it in. So they're going to be about 4 to 6 inches wider, 4 to 6 inches taller, and it's not going to work. So if they wanted to go tankless, that's the perfect way to go about doing it.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Well, a little less than 2 minutes to go. This is good stuff. And again, I'll say, before I have these guys give out their information one more time, my message that I want to convey to the listening audience and real estate agents is, you have an opportunity here to take a look at something that you could add a value not only to consumer but a savings. We all are looking for it, and I think that the way this industry, or in every industry, is going, consumers, face it, are more educated, they're more informed. That's just the way it is. So they are always looking for, what other things are you going to do for me, whether we like it or not. That's why they call them consumers. They consume. Consume. We're consumers. My point behind this is that you should be comparing services like they offer at HomeGuard. And the reason why is, if you have a offer that you could pass along to your customer that is not only better in value but better in cost, it's something that should be done as a no-brainer to me. So reach out to these guys. Again, you guys, if you want to give contact numbers or websites before we go, it'd be great.
Yes, so we have a few different websites for our inspections and natural hazard. It's www.homeguard.com. And then for our home warranty, it's hghw.com. There's a lot of resources on there, videos, etc. My number is 707-332-9308.
Great. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for being on. Great show.
Thank you for having us.
Great service that you guys offer.
Thank you.
All right, this is Joe Kuchera with Real Estate Radio Live. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back with you tomorrow. Remember, for more information, go to reradiolive.com, and don't forget to download that podcast. That way you can follow us anywhere. Take care. Have a great afternoon. We'll be back with you tomorrow.
You've been listening to Real Estate Radio Live. For more information on today's program, visit reradiolive.com. That's reradiolive.com. Tune in, log in, download our podcast. Discover more at reradiolive.com. reradiolive.com.